So one of my favorite approaches to leadership is to, and I can't remember whose original quote this is, but he talked about catch people doing the right thing. So in a leadership term, that's looking at your people, and when they do something great or they do something well, make sure you recognize that, and so that it also registers in their head, so I need to do more of that. How does that translate into your app? So you've talked about the triggers and the things that can help us understand ourselves better, so that we can get better, if you like. What are you finding? Is the data starting to reveal what the people who are quite robust and feeling good in the workplace? Are you finding, are there any trends, any bits of information that you can feed back to organizations that helps them understand how they could be setting things up in the first place to be better?
Absolutely. So from the kind of data reports that we have, we tend to do it based on that emotion trigger, what causes anxiety, what causes gratitude, success, all those different things. And we found that managers are very crucial. So management, regular support. So if you have a team or a company where your management style is very hierarchical and they don't listen, there's no iterative feedback, there's no communication, you will find there are more issues, and that leads to isolation, which was our highest negative emotion over the last 6 to 12 months. Colleagues as well. So what we really focus around is, it's funny because it's people, right? It's people. So it's the management, the processes that you have, it's the support and communication. I honestly think if I was speaking to a business, I'd say, what's your communication like? Like, is it we're telling you you're doing this, or this is happening because we said so? Or is it, this is what we've heard from all of you over the last 3 months, this is what we're going to be doing in the future based on what you were saying?
Yeah.
Second option creates a far more productive and listened to workforce. I'll tell you an example of that. I spoke to a business that had 2 mental health sick days a month per employee. So relatively high in terms of, right, okay, so they surveyed them and understood it was because of the targets that they had. So what they did was they repositioned it. They said, right, everyone, you're going to set your own targets next month with your manager. So there's communication there already. Secondly, we listen to you. So this is what we're going to do. You're only allowed to do a maximum of 75% of the original target. So you had a minimum 25% reduction in your targets. It could be lower if you wanted it to. And once you hit them next month, you'll earn 2 well-being days off. So from a business hat on, they didn't miss any productivity or any time in work because they were already losing people for 2 days a month. And what they had was people hitting their original targets from the month before, earlier, happier, feeling valued, feeling respected, incentivized, and they came back to work wanting to come back to work. So that's the sort of thing. Listen, communication, management is a massive part of it, right? We've traditionally seen that if you know what your role is and it doesn't change or they don't add more things to it, you're clearly paid and remunerated for what you do in line with how it is elsewhere, and your manager supports you and doesn't project stress. Those 3 things in place, you have a more chance of a successful business. So yeah, I hope that's useful. I think it's predominantly around communication if it boils down to one thing.
Yeah, no, that's hugely useful, because there'll be plenty of people listening thinking, they want to do the right thing and create a workplace where people want to come and feel valued and feel like they're able to build their own careers in a nice environment. And as you say, what creates that environment is almost always the people that are in charge, the people that are your colleagues, the environment that's co-created by everyone. And yeah, communication right at the top there. Fantastic.